Have your curls completely disappeared as soon as it got cold? You're not alone. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how to winterize your curl routine to take your hair from looking like this to looking like this. It is extremely common for looser curl patterns to loosen up even more when the weather gets cold, the heaters kick on, and the air gets dry. The hair just stretches out and is like, nope, not curling, not having it. Curl pattern? I forgot what that is, which has led to many a wavy gal just giving up entirely in the cooler months. And if that is something you need to do, by all means, do that. But if you fell in love with your waves and curls and you're not ready to kiss them goodbye for 6 months while it's cold, this video is for you. First, let's address the products that you're using to wash and style your hair with. Products are definitely not the make or break of any curly hair routine, but they do, in my estimation, make up about 1/3 of your wash day result. Your haircut is the other third, and your application technique is the other third. So if your haircut is on point and your application is absolute perfection, but you are just noticing that your hair is not responding like it used to in the summer when things were warm, it may be time to make a few swaps and a few changes. Now, if you're like me and you tend to err on the side of oily greasy, you may have started avoiding gentle shampoo like the plague. But in the winter, when things get cold, now that's the time to bust out those more moisturizing shampoos. You may even try co-washing and see how that goes for you. I'm not saying to use conditioner to wash your hair or co-wash every single time you wash your hair. But if co-washing hasn't worked for you in the hotter months, you may find that it works good for you when it's cold. Just make sure that you're using a shampoo that foams and suds and lathers on a semi-regular basis. But for today's glorious wash day, wherein I revived my curls from looking really stretched out and dry and not cute to soft and bouncy and luscious, I used the Luxe Curl Renew and Restore Gentle Cleansing Rinse. That's a mouthful, but I feel like they really aptly named this product. It doesn't foam and suds and lather just a whole lot, but it is one of the most hydrating shampoos I have ever used. That alongside the Bounce Curl Clarifying Shampoo, super hydrating, along with the Olaplex shampoo and even the Verb Curl Shampoo. All three of those are the kind of shampoo that I'm shooting for in the cooler months. All of these shampoos are great products, but I tend to be so oily greasy that they don't have enough cleansing power for me on a regular basis. But I find that the Luxe shampoo is absolutely perfect in the cooler months. Then I'm gonna follow up with one of my favorite deep conditioners. Now, looking back and feeling of this wash day, I kind of picked one too many protein-y products. You don't want to completely stop using products that contain protein altogether. If you do any Googling, you'll see a lot of articles telling you that if you have curly hair, to start using really moisturizing products in the winter. And while that is correct, where I think they get it wrong is they say to eliminate protein altogether. And I disagree with that. As somebody with finer hair that is wavy, that does require some of the structure that protein provides, you don't want to skip out on protein completely. You just don't. And that's why I grabbed the Mielle Babassu and Mint Deep Conditioner. This is a fantastic product. Also, pause right here. We need to have a conversation real quick about products getting blacklisted or brands getting blacklisted for causing hair loss. I've been really heavily focused on hair care for about 6 years now. And you want to know how many brands in that 6 years I have heard have lawsuits brought against them for products causing hair loss? A lot. 4 that I can think of right off the top of my head. And while I am not discrediting anyone who has suffered hair loss and is searching for solutions to that problem, I do think villainizing and demonizing products may be an issue. So you can see here that I am happily using my Miribel Babasu and Mint Deep Conditioner. Has tons of slip, contains a bunch of little amino acids, which are fantastic for anyone who is really protein sensitive, but still needing some protein. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein, which is why I feel that this has some really good reconstructive properties while also being really hydrating and really nourishing. Once I've got that all worked through with my fingers, I'm going to brush that through with my Perfect Hair Care brush, really taking my time to make sure that that deep conditioner is super evenly distributed. Normally, I don't recommend using a deep conditioner without having carved out some time in your day to allow it to sit for like 30 minutes with a delicious heat cap on your head. But during a particularly dry, cold snap, and your hair is really needing some extra conditioning, using a deep conditioner as your regular rinse out conditioner can work really, really well. Now I'm just adding a touch of water to the back of my head and doing a really thorough squish to condish. And I'm going to really take my time here too. I'm not going to speed through this. I'm going to really allow my hair to absorb as much of that deep conditioning goodness as I possibly can while doing this squishing and pulsing motion. Once I feel like my hair has had ample time to really soak up that product, and you can actually feel that happening when you're doing a good squish to condish. You can kind of feel your hair soak up that good deep conditioner. I'm going to rinse it out nice and thoroughly. No need to keep this product in my hair whatsoever. It says rinse out. And once that's thoroughly rinsed out, I'm going to reach for a leave-in conditioner. I love this one by As I Am. It's lightweight, yet packs a very powerful hydration punch. It's protein-free, so not every product in this routine is going to be containing protein. I'm not skipping the protein, but on a regular wash day basis, like every single one of my products has protein in it. Not so in the winter. I can dial it back to some extent. And I'm going to comb that through my hair with my fingers, making sure that my hair is thoroughly finger detangled before I organize my curl clumps with the Bounce Curl defining brush. I love this thing for defining my curls. It makes my life a lot easier. I'm going to really focus on brushing the hair away from my face, pulling the hair off the sides and back of my neck, making sure to do that on both sides, and adding a curl defining section at my crown. Just another little brush styling section right there. Then I'm going to start squishing and pulsing that leave-in conditioner into my hair, kind of doing a second squish to condish with that leave-in conditioner. And I am noticing that there is not enough water in my hair for me to get a thorough, adequate squish to condish. I'm going to add just a touch more water to my hair. Now I really feel like there's adequate water in my hair. My curl clumps feel like they're the right size, and I can feel the squish to condish action happening with my leave-in conditioner. Now I'm going to grab the COURTNEYLF High Definition Gel. This gel, I can almost not reach for this gel when it's hot outside because it is so moisturizing. However, in the winter, it is my saving grace. My hair loves this gel when it cools off a little bit. Anytime my hair starts to feel a little dry and brittle, I know I'm going to be busting out this product because of its powerful conditioning properties. I know it's weird to say a gel is conditioning, but COURTNEYLF High Definition Gel is. I'm going to glaze this over and scrunch it in and scrunch some more and scrunch a little bit more and scrunch and pulse and really scrunch all the way to my root and turn my head to the other side and scrunch all the way to my root and really take my time scrunching and scrunching and scrunching and scrunching. There's a lot of scrunching that happens too. Now I'm grabbing the Ecoslay Orange Marmalade. I've always been somebody who gets better results when I layer two gels on top of each other. Layering my stylers tends to work really, really well for me. And the Ecoslay Orange Marmalade is another one of those products that I tend to not be able to use when it's really warm outside because it's too moisturizing. In the winter though, that's a different story. This is one of the few hard hold gels, like truly extreme hard hold gels that is also incredibly, incredibly hydrating. So glazing that over, scrunching it in, same process as I did with the COURTNEYLF gel, really taking my time to squish and scrunch and scrunch and pulse and scrunch and scrunch and pulse. And this is what the curl clumps are looking like once both of those products are in my hair. Now I'm going to go plop my hair and diffuse. I diffused it to roughly 90% dry. Something I do not skip in the winter is scrunching out the crunch with an oil. So once my hair is 100% dry, I'm gonna take the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Hair Oil. I have not been able to put this oil down since I tried it. Since ChatGPT built me out a wash day and recommended that I try this oil, best product recommendation ever. So I just take a couple of drops and glaze that over my hair and scrunch out the crunch. Using an oil when you scrunch out the crunch adds an added layer of protection to your hair. It protects against friction from sweaters that we may be wearing because it's cold. And that is it for the wash day. You can really see what kind of product swaps I'm making here. I'm using a more gentle shampoo, one that's not gonna strip my hair as much as I normally like because, well, my hair's not as oily greasy because it's a lot colder outside. I'm not outside sweating. I'm not dealing with as much oil buildup on my scalp. Don't need as strong of shampoos at this current moment. I'm also using a much more powerful deep conditioner rather than a lightweight protein heavy rinse out conditioner. I am not skipping leave-in conditioner whatsoever, will not be skipping it while it's cold and dry outside. And not one, but two gels that are both really strong hold and very moisturizing. And doing something that I don't always do, which is to scrunch out the crunch with an oil. Those are the product swaps. Take those, apply them to your current product stash if you so choose. If you feel like checking out the products that I mentioned in the video, of course I will link them for you. But there are a couple of other things that you don't want to completely throw to the wayside when you're working on your perfect wavy curly wash day in the winter. The first thing I want to mention is beanies. I would look for satin lined beanies. This is a game changer for frizz and dryness. When it's cold outside, you really want to, be warm and not freeze. There are so many options out there for satin lined beanies. The one that I currently have is from Miribel Naturals. I will double check. If she's still offering these, I will have these linked down below. If not, I will try and find some dupes. Curlfriend Collective, who makes the silk scrunchies, just launched silk lined beanies. I personally find that mine is a little too small. Like if you have a smaller head, check out Curlfriend Collective's beanies because I think they would fit you. I think they would fit really well if you had a smaller head, but I like this one from Miribel Naturals. It's very nice. Another thing that you may not be thinking about that might inadvertently be happening is your diet, nutrition, and exercise. All of those things kind of slip out the door.
There will be complimentary pretzels available in the lobby from now until 4 o'clock as a thank you to our loyal tenants.
At the end of the year. And that's because there's a lot of holiday celebrations, there's a lot of sweet treats that are just begging to be eaten, and we start slacking on our water intake and our protein intake and our healthy fat intake. But when your diet is really on point, you will actually see differences in your hair. I know I sure have. And exercise increases blood flow everywhere, including your scalp, which stimulates hair growth, which is lovely. And that's nice for healthy hair. Doesn't necessarily help the curls curl more, but if you notice that your hair just starts looking dry and sad in the winter, diet could 100% be a factor in that. And here's my last hack. This is like a cheat code. It's so good. Sleep with a humidifier in your room at night. If it gets really dry when it gets cold where you live and your curls are just sad, try this and thank me later. It's an absolute game changer, sleeping with a humidifier going at night for my curls, for my skin, for for my poor nose. I get nosebleeds when it's very cold outside. And when I remember to use the humidifier because I don't want to get a nosebleed, wow, all of a sudden my curls start really behaving again. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Let me know if you found it helpful by giving it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And it lets me know that the video accomplished its purpose by actually being helpful. And let me know in a comment down below what your favorite holiday treat is. Mine will forever and always be cookies. Cookies in any shape, form. I haven't met a cookie that I don't like, unless it's sprinkled on top with coconut flakes, because I'm allergic to coconut. But other than that, I will even eat the oatmeal raisin cookies. If it's oatmeal craisin, I'm even happier. Or if it's a chocolate chip cookie or a Christmas cookie. Told you, any cookie I love. And it's 5 o'clock and it's already dark outside and the lighting has completely changed for this video. Yay! As always, I sure hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day and I will see you in the next video. Bye!